Today's show is pre-recorded.
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dog, giving them microphone, dressed like $1 million, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Everybody out there listening to me, put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Why don't you join me? Steve Harvey. Get them on, y'all. Better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Come on, join in with me. If you're with me, help me say, turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Yeah, turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them out. Harvey turn them on to the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You are listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey. Oh, man, got a radio show. Man, got a radio show and a whole lot more too, man. God is good to me. I have no other explanation. I have no other explanation of my existence and where I stand in this thing called life, except if it was not for the goodness of God Almighty, if it was not for his grace and his mercy, there's no way I could exist the way that I do. I would not be who I am or where I am. I am who I am and where I am simply because God is who he is. If it was not for God, I would have no testimony for you because I would have failed every single test. Plain, pure, and simple. I can sit here today and tell you flat out that it is purely because of God's grace and mercy that I exist today, because of his favor. See, now, he shows us favor in life because of a combination of things I've discovered. And this is not the whole answer to life. I can assure you it's not. But this is a combination that I've grown to understand better and better. And I wish I had gotten it earlier in my life. But here it is. If you take faith and you combine it with an incredible work ethic, then God has the greatest opportunities to show you favor. That's the best way I can explain success to you from my standpoint. It is the combination of faith and work that produces the most opportunities for God to show you favor. See, a lot of times we want God to bless us, but we ain't doing nothing for him to bless. So now we sideways in the equation a little bit. But see, if you had the faith in God, that God can do anything but fail, that God will get you through, that God will see you through, that the God you serve is the greatest giver of all good things. If you kept that faith intact through it all, and you produced an incredible work ethic, that allows the most opportunities for God to show you favor. See, without that, what you want God to do? See, you can have faith and be sitting at the house watching TV, there's nothing being produced, no opportunities for God to show you favor. And you got to do some things, man, that you are uncomfortable doing or don't feel like doing, or something that don't have the right payoff right in front of your face, with the faith that it'll pay off later on. See, too many people are working for the right now reward. And the right now reward is not how it works. Sometimes the reward is coming later on up the road. But the only way you can know that is if you got to apply the faith. And see, the reason you don't know that it's coming like that, or you have to have faith to believe that it's coming, because faith is the belief in things that you cannot see. That's what faith is. You know, you standing at, let me give you an example. You standing at the crosswalk with a walk sign on it, and the sign flashing on the corner, don't walk. Then the sign say, walk. What do you think your chances of making it across that street is? Well, pretty good. Because guess what? The sign say walk. You can see the other side. There's other people in the crosswalk walking. So guess what? You strike out blindly. It don't take a lot of faith to get across that street. That's not what I'm talking to you about. I'm talking about the faith, the belief in things that you cannot see. The faith that what I'm doing today, I believe in my heart of heart that God wouldn't bring me this far to leave me, that God is a true and living God, that he keeps his promises, that later on, these things that I'm working towards right now going to pay off later on. See, too many people want the reward right now. See, that's not the exhibition of faith. If it's the right thing to do, if it's a good thing to do, if it's a just thing to do, see, if it's sin in it, it ain't God. You can just clear it on up right there. You can stop all the wondering if that's his voice talking to you, if it's the right thing to do. If it's sin in it, it's not God talking to you. Kill it. You can shut it down. You ain't got to wonder about it. Go down there and seek revenge. That ain't God. Go tell him off when you see him. That ain't God. Anything that's got sin in it is not God's voice telling you to do it. So you can kill that conversation today. That's how you know. But if you align yourself up, man, and what you're doing is just and right and correct and pleasing in the sight of God, it'll pay off for you later on. And see, here's the best way I can tell it to you. Here's another way. When you're going somewhere, when you're on the road to going somewhere, and you know the somewhere that you're trying to get to. Let's say you've set a goal or a vision for yourself. You know where you want to get to. You got a good idea. And you're on your way to going there. Listen to me. When it gets hard, and it is going to get hard, when it gets difficult, and it is going to get difficult, when it becomes challenging, and it is going to become challenging, when it becomes all three of those things, when it don't look like it's going to happen, don't stop and complain so much. But see, I know he done blessed me, but in the middle of it, man, I felt a little heavy. And you got to be careful when it get hard for you, because you'll find yourself complaining. And when you're complaining, see, what you can't do is you can't complain so much that you forget that the place that you're trying to go to, you actually on your way there still. See, don't get caught up in the complaining and then lose sight of your blessing that's actually happening to you. What really, man, of all the times to register a complaint to God, to sit up and go, hey, man, I wanted to ease back into this thing. Ease back in. Man, you in. It's a tornado whirling around you. You ain't got time to ease back in. You got to go on and jump back in it. It is what it is. To whom much is given, much is required. Always appreciate the blessings. Don't get so caught up in the complaints that you lose sight of the blessings, man. God got a lot for you in your life, man. But you got to have them two things, y'all. You got to take that faith, and you got to apply a crazy work ethic to it. And that creates the most opportunities for God to show you favor. And when God starts showing you favor, man, all them seeds you planted, all of that wheat you've been sowing, all of that hard work you've been put in, God will pay it off, and he'll pay it off in ways that you don't even see coming, okay? Cool.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Good morning, everybody. It is the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Monday, we're going to welcome you in. We're not going to treat you like we've been treating you before. Come on in. Sit on down. We're going to deal with this together. Ain't that right, Shirley Strawberry? We got you.
May I get you something to drink? Good morning to you.
Good morning, good morning. And good morning to you, Carla Farrell. What's going on, baby?
Good morning, Jay. Happy Monday to you. Blessed and highly favored.
Highly favored. It is Monday. We welcome you, Monday. Welcome, Monday, Junior. Bring Monday on in here, man.
Monday! Get in here!
And last but not least, he is the king. Not the king. He is the king of prank. Tom, Mr. Thomas Miles, y'all. What's up,
It's
man?
Monday. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today.
We know.
I want to be a
Be
part of it.
Monday.
Okay.
Look at Monday. Monday don't even know how to handle that. Look at Monday. We threw him off with that.
Yeah.
Monday's blushing.
Monday like a kid. You can't control.
Make Monday feel good.
Monday, sit your ass down like everybody else.
Why are you hollering at Monday?
Don't
Call
holler
it
at Monday like that, man. Don't treat Monday like that.
You ain't got to do
man.
Monday like that.
No, you ain't.
Monday gets no respect.
The most
None.
It is the
day
worst
of the
thing.
week.
It is, man. Yeah, but today we're gonna treat you with respect, Monday. We're gonna
That's
treat
right.
you like you've never been treated today.
Y'all
We're gonna
is.
deal
Jay.
with it. Mm-hmm.
Mr.
Gotcha.
Monday to you.
Mr.
Put some,
Monday.
Mr.
put some
Monday.
speck on my
Mr.
Monday, okay?
Put some respect on my Monday. Monday's been
Wow.
Y'all good?
bad.
Everybody have a good weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a weekend.
I'm gonna say it one time. I saw Candyman. That's all I'm done. I'm not gonna say it
You ain't gonna say it 3 times?
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna.
It ain't 3 no more, T.
It's
five.
5.
It's 5
Oh, it's up to
times.
5.
This
And you
Okay.
have to be in the
Candyman- this
mirror. You
Candyman
have to be in the
lazy.
mirror. You have to be in the
Plenty
mirror.
of time to get in there.
This Candyman lazy. You gotta say it 5 times.
It's 5 times, yeah. So I saw it. Great. I thought it was great. He did a really good job with this movie. There's a good message at the end of the movie, which a lot of people will probably
A
get.
message in a,
A message
horror
in
There's a
movie?
message. There's a good message.
What is
at
that?
The end.
Scary
Yeah,
Lives
it's
Matter?
called
What
Scary-
kind of
Well,
message?
here's what he does.
Who
He
sent it?
scares the
What
hell
kind of
out
message we
of
sent?
He scares the hell out of you, and then at the end, he gives you a message.
Now
was
you
that?
make
Do
me
the
want
right
to see it, but
thing?
Yeah.
What
just
kind of
the
horror
end.
movie is this?
Just the end.
I gotta
No,
get my
it
life
was-
together.
It was, I'm going to get you sucker. Remember one of those parody movies? Message. Remember that?
That was
What was that?
Don't drink your juice in the hood. What was don't drink
Babe,
it
while
for
being a
something.
menace to society.
Oh, yeah.
Message.
And Keenan Wayne's kid was in the
Well,
post.
the message in this movie, you got to sleep with all your damn lights on because you're going to be scared as hell. That's one of the messages in the movie.
Oh, I do that anyway.
Is it scary, Jay?
Was you scared?
It's
Jay?
not scary. It's like that scary, you know. It's,
That's
It's
enough for me,
suspenseful.
Jay.
That's enough.
That qualifies as scary to me. Thank you.
So scary to me is Carrie. Carrie was scary.
Oh
See,
man.
that wasn't scary.
Sissy
to me.
Basic.
Yeah.
Girl, I ran out the theater.
All right, listen, coming up at 32 minutes after the hour, we're going to talk to the fellas, and Ask Bitterman, of course, is coming up right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. It is time for Ask Bitterman, but before we get to Bitterman, guys, we want to remind you and remind everyone to please pray for our neighbors in Louisiana,
Yes.
in
Yes.
Mississippi, and
Yes.
all of those impacted by Hurricane Ida. All morning long, we will tell you how you can lend a helping hand. But right now, of course, speaking of the Gulf Coast, here is our first Bitterman question. It's from Shara in Gulfport, Mississippi. And Shara writes, my husband's sister came to stay with us for a weekend, and she brought her new boyfriend. She told us he was divorced, and he wasn't. And his wife showed up at our house late at night demanding to get in. I let her in, and she tore up our front room. We had to call the cops, and I could see how hurt she was. I ended up going to help her post bail and made sure she had food. It looked like I took her side, but I just felt her pain because I've been cheated on before. Was I out of line for my actions?
Yes, you was way out of line. Way out of line. Here's the rule. Once you have crazy inside your house and crazy's at the door, you don't let crazy in. You never let. You should have left her behind out there. This is your fault. Anything that happened in that house is all your fault. You let the devil in. You let the devil in your house.
Yeah.
That's right. The devil knocked at the door and said, "Let me in." And what'd you do with your dumb self?
Come
Open
on
the damn door. You had trouble in your house already. You gonna let more trouble in?
Yeah.
You's a fool. You's a damn fool.
And then you bail crazy out. Who
Yes.
bails crazy
and
out?
bring
Thank
crazy
you,
some
Tommy.
food. Yeah.
Don't bail crazy out.
You don't feed nobody who tears up your damn house. What is wrong with you, man?
You stick with your family.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Is that the door? Leave it out there.
Yeah. You kind of helped her, Jay. You kind of helped her. I'm sorry, but you did.
Yeah, I didn't mean to. I
know you
really didn't mean to.
And that was from the heart, Jay. You really helped. You answered me.
Has that happened to you before?
This is a first.
I know not to let crazy in my damn house when I get crazy inside.
All right, we're moving on to Patricia in Minnesota, who says, I'm in my early 50s and I am a member of a civic organization. We have a fundraising event next Saturday, and they've asked for a significant donation from all of us. I don't have it right now, and I feel like if I tell them, it won't go well. Even if I did have it, I feel it's wrong to demand a specific amount. What I won't do is be embarrassed because I can't keep up with these other women financially. Should I donate whatever I can?
No, you ain't got to donate a damn thing. You know, all you got to do is call them up on the phone and give them maybe 2 to 3 coughs. And just while you making them, look at here, I'm trying to, and they're gonna ask you not to come. Don't worry about it. They're gonna ask you not to bring your butt down there. You're like, I'm getting ready to come on down there right now. I'll see y'all in a few minutes. I'm gonna bring the money by your house. What's your what's your address again?
Okay, you've gone back to not helping. Okay.
Very good at it, though. Very good at it.
True to form. Okay, we're back on track now.
I didn't get that address. Could you tell me one more time?
Oh, you gonna stop all that coughing now.
This is not the time, the year to cough right now.
Yeah, that's okay, Pat. And you should know, Tommy, right? All right, here we go. Miss Baker in South Philly says, I'm a 58-year-old married woman, and I met a very nice man. And I planned to hook my daughter up with him, but he had other plans. He told me that I'm more his type, and he wants to get to know me better. He said it would be a sex thing, and I could call him whenever I was in the mood, and he'd make sure to come to please me. I bursted out laughing, and that made him laugh, too. He tried to play it off like it was a prank, but I think he was serious. Do you think it was a prank or not?
No, it wasn't no damn prank.
What?
No, it wasn't no prank at all. No, older guys don't have time to prank. We don't.
Well, hold on now. Wait a minute now. Wait just a minute now. You're kind of overstepping something now.
I'm talking about love. I'm talking about love.
Yeah.
Not fooling people on the damn phone.
Playing on the telephone.
I know. He wanted you. He saw what he wanted, and he's just gonna go after it. Now, you can tell your daughter something happened with the guy. You know, it didn't work out. No, just tell her that. Yeah, but you're right, Tommy. Pranking and pranking about love are two different things.
Two different things. That's right.
There's nothing about love in this letter. He just wanted sex.
Oh, it's gonna be some love if they hook up. Now, what are you talking about, Shirley?
He said that. He said it would be a sex thing. That's what he said.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. No.
See, there you guys
And he
go.
said it straight up, so he not, as they say, beating around the bush, not hinting. He said what he wanted.
Lay up and down.
What
He
you
laid
think,
it down.
Junior?
What was that you said, Junior?
He said it.
This would be a sex thing.
What else do you want? I know what I want from a woman. What the hell?
And don't be talking about, so what you trying to say? What is it? Yeah. He just said what.
He said it. You stupid,
It's
Jay.
been
What you trying to say?
So what are you trying to say? I don't really understand what you're saying.
I don't get it.
I want more of this. I want more of this relationship.
Could you explain that to me one more time? I'm really not understanding.
We're gonna try and move on quickly to Caleb in Laurel, Mississippi, who says, I'm a 32-year-old single man and I work at a coffee shop. I've worked in corporate America for 8 years and it was stressful in every way. I quit and never looked back. I moved into a studio apartment and sold my car. I ride my bike most places and I use public transportation. When I meet black women, they treat me like I'm a loser when they find out I don't have a car or a high-paying job. I'm comfortable with my new life, and I want to meet a woman that understands me. Why are women so close-minded?
Well, can I just say, good luck with that, okay? Good luck with that resume, okay?
Okay. We agree with that. Yeah. First of all, to get in the conversation, you need a car. You gotta have that first.
You can't bicycle up to nobody and say, hey, what's your name? That doesn't.
Yeah, and he's blaming this on the women. All right, thank you, Bitter Man. Coming up next, Church Complaints with Reverend Adnoid and Deacon Def Jam right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, Miss Ann is standing by with today's national news and the latest on Hurricane Ida. Please pray for our neighbors on the Gulf Coast. Also in entertainment news, prayer warriors pray for reality star Nene Leakes, friend to the show. Nene's husband, Greg, could be losing his battle with cancer. Nene posted just a post yesterday. She said that he is losing his battle with cancer. He's transitioning. Also, some sad news from Hollywood. Legendary actor Ed Asner has passed away. We know him, of course, as Lou Grant from the Mary Tyler Moore Show and from his own show of that name. Plus, in other entertainment news, Kanye West released his new studio album, Donda, and Drake announced his album release date. We'll talk about all of these stories at the top of the hour, but right now it is Monday and it's time for Church Complaints with Deacon Def Jam and Reverend Adnoid.
Deacon Def Jam right here. Welcome, first of all, to the JPJJ. That is the Jackpot Joint of Jerusalem. Ching, ching.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Of course, joining me is Reverend Adnoid. I will be giving you church complaints, as he will be giving you church announcements. All right?
Amen. In case they don't really understand.
In case you don't understand it, I said I will be giving you church complaints, and he, Reverend Adnoid, will be giving you church announcements. If this is your first time tuning in, he has a nasal congestion that is quite annoying, but it's not Reverend Annoying, it's Reverend Adnoid. So we'll leave it just like that. All right? Wow. Put that together. All right. Amen. Let me get started. Shirley actually hinted on it earlier. It's been brought to our attention that Kanye West has been staying in our church since we haven't been using it. I don't know what to do. Do we kick him out or charge him a certain fee? What do you think, Reverend Adnoid?
I think we should charge his ass. He's got the money. He has definitely got the money.
Yeah. He was in the Mercedes Stadium. Yeah. Soldier.
Well, he has left the Mercedes Stadium, and I found out that he's been staying in our church. So we're going to have to, I don't know what this is, him moving around the people's facilities,
we
but
get some rent from him. Yeah, talk to him about that rent. Either that red jacket or some rent money. Either one.
Red jacket or rent money. All right.
All right, here we go with church announcements. The albino praise dancers,
No.
Why?
What? The albino praise dancers would... I'm not going to get through
We
this
got
again.
it.
The albino praise dancers would like to know if they could... Come on now. Help me with this. The albino praise dancers would like to know if they could go blackface. That's what they would like to know. The albino...
This church.
I'm so gone.
They're standing by and want to know. Go right ahead.
All right, here we have Miss Pat Miss Pat from the Miss Pat Show says she wants to join our church and spearhead the cussing ministry. This is the ministry that will cuss you out in the name of the Lord. Do we want her or not?
Yes. Hell yes, we want her.
Yes, we want this.
Hell yes.
Yes to Miss Pat. All right.
I don't know how to say this in a Christian way, but we want her ass in this church. We want her. Okay.
That's my mama's name, Miss Pat.
Yeah,
yes.
we have a, what do we have? I'm looking for, I lost my place. I hate me. Don't you hate me?
Don't worry about it. But clear your throat.
That's it. That's as good as it.
As best as
That's it. Here we go. Last week we had a guest speaker, Reverend Tiny Hands Walker. Tiny Hands Walker was our guest speaker, and he was highly offended that nobody after service wanted to fellowship with him, and he felt real bad. No one, I mean, his hands is really tiny, and no one wanted to come up and shake his hand, and he felt bad about that. Reverend Tiny Hands Walker, a great preacher, but you got to hold a mic for him because his hands are so damn small. Yeah. It's unbelievable. Go right ahead, sir. Go right ahead.
Yeah, I had to turn the pages for him. He couldn't do that either. It's just, it's a mess.
Man, he can preach.
Yeah. I don't know. Did I tell y'all, but most of my complaints that have come in are celebrity complaints, but let's try to help him if we can. Babyface wants to change his name to Grown Face. He wants to.
Can I just say, long overdue, long.
By time.
Either
one more
grown
time.
Face, man face, adult face.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Right after
Babyface
wants
to change his name to Grown Face, and he wants to join our join our church and be recognized as Deacon Grown. Do we accept him or not? I'm just asking.
Face?
Yeah,
Grown. Deacon Grown.
Well, what's the decision?
Reverend
Adnoid, what do we let him?
Yeah, we let him come in. But you
do we accept him as
Grown Man Face?
Deacon Grown or Deacon?
Deacon Old Dude Face, but he's got to lose baby.
You gotta drop it. Drop that baby.
He's got to drop baby. Okay. Moving right along. Here we go. Here we go. The Bully Wives Auxiliary will meet in meeting room 5.
The what?
Dinner.
The what?
The Bully Wives Auxiliary will meet in meeting room 5. Dinner will be prepared by the henpeck men. On the menu, they will have Cornish hens, steamed rice, and gravy, and strawberry shortcake. All are asked to attend to the Bully Wives Auxiliary. Please come on out in.
And that's the henpeck men that's going to be serving.
The henpeck men will be prepared to dinner. Go right ahead.
We need a vegetable.
All right. We've got more celebrities here. Kevin Hart and Kirk Franklin are doing a remake of Uptown Saturday Night. Everybody thinks it'll be a hit, but Kevin wants Kirk to be shorter than him, and Kirk refuses to make the adjustment. Kirk wants to know, should he grant Kevin these wishes? That's what he's asking, Red Man.
Yeah. He definitely should. Yeah, definitely should. Both of them together. Too Short. That should be the name of it.
Well, then why we just don't book Too Short?
Too Short.
I don't know why we just don't get
Okay. I have an announcement. We might be able to get this in. Today's church announcement are brought to you by Henry and Heather Humpback Haberdashery. For all your humpback needs, go to... If you need a nice suit and you're a humpback, Henry and Heather's Humpback Haberdashery.
And that concludes your church complaints for this Monday. Coming up, thank God, coming up at the top of the hour, entertainment and national news right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
President Biden says the devastation is likely to be immense from Hurricane Ida, and FEMA is working around the clock. Just a reminder that if you want to help our neighbors in Louisiana and those impacted by Hurricane Ida, please go to redcross.org. That's redcross.org and donate what you can. Switching gears, in today's entertainment news, prayer warriors, we need you right now. Please pray for Nene Leakes and her family. Her husband, Greg, could be possibly losing his battle with colon cancer. So please pray for the Leakes family. And other entertainment
That's
news
sad.
It really,
sad.
really is. Because everybody loves Greg. We love
Yeah.
Nene,
Yes.
of course, but
Yeah,
Greg was just such a special person.
Just that cool
That
cat.
is such a
Yeah.
special person.
So
Yes,
cool,
he
man.
is.
Yeah. Praying for a miracle. That's it.
Absolutely.
Let's go prayer warriors.
Absolutely. In other entertainment news, after several days, Kanye West released his heavily anticipated album, Donda. It was named after his late mother, Donda West. And also trending, Kim Kardashian wearing a wedding dress. And sources say that this could be a sign of love and healing. Remember, Kim and Kanye's divorce is not final.
Yeah, we saw her walk across the field, Soldier Field, in that
Balenciaga wedding gown.
Yes. I was like, okay.
So
Yeah.
what does that mean? What
so they going back?
What does that mean?
That's what
It means
I
you
mean.
messed
Who
up.
knows what kind?
Well, we're
you
talking
messed
about
up.
it.
That's what it means.
That's for sure. We're talking
Yeah.
about it.
That's
So
true.
Yeah.
That's
true.
something right
He
there.
did rent out Soldier Field, so
Yeah.
It's
And
the dress
they do
part
have
I'm
4
trying to
children. You know, they do have 4 small children. So you never
What,
know.
what time is she walked across Soldier Field in a wedding dress during the big Donda
Finale.
thing? Yeah. So you're saying what is that?
Yeah, I
wedding
don't
dress?
get
What
it
is that?
though. I mean, what is this a hint that
That's
what?
what people are
Might be.
saying. That's
It
what
might
people are
be,
saying.
yeah. It might be.
That it might be.
We don't know. It's Kanye. How would we know?
Lord. Okay.
He
But
paid
we
to
are
do
talking
that.
about it. That's the point.
is this
Yeah.
the same dude that want to change his name to just Ye?
To just Ye. But she's
Yeah.
keeping West. She's keeping
Yeah.
West.
Well, they have children. That's cool.
Yeah. Also, Chris Brown posted something and deleted it about Kanye. This album is causing drama. And finally, in entertainment news, actor Ed Asner, famous for his role as Lou Grant, has passed away. He was 91 years old. 91 years old.
Bad boy.
Yeah, he really was. I mean, everybody you just thought he was Lou Grant. He was so good in that role.
You have
So
spunk.
good.
I hate spunk.
I hate spunk, Mary. Yeah.
That was a classic show right there.
Yeah, it really was. The Mary
He's
Tyler
a
Moore
legend.
Show.
That show has so many good characters on it. Like whoever came in the room would they just shine. Man. You're right.
Yeah.
What show was this?
It was a
Mary Tyler Moore.
Mary Tyler Moore Show, yeah.
That might have
Excellent.
been
We knew
before
you.
Junior's
We knew
time.
you didn't know. We knew you
yeah.
didn't know.
There's a lot of people listening that don't know.
Y'all said Ed Asner. I said, which show? Just want to be clear. I didn't know.
Yeah.
And he was in
All
Roots.
right.
He was in Roots also, Junior. He was in Roots. And
He was in Roots?
Yep.
He was in Roots.
And Up, the movie Up, the animation.
yeah, he
movie.
was the voice of Up, right?
If you
the old
see him,
man.
Junior, you'll know exactly.
Yeah. Was he the old dude in
Yes.
Up?
Yes.
That's him?
Yeah.
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 He was the voice. He was the
was the
voice.
voice.
I saw him, but he...
But he
See?
did look just like the guy. You're
He
right.
did.
Okay.
Yep.
He looked just like... Okay, I got it.
Yeah, you got it.
R.I.P. Ed
I'm
Asner.
so young.
All right,
That's
Jay.
okay.
It is, yeah. It's time now for today's headlines, guys.
All right, everybody. It's time for the news with Miss Ann Tripp.
Thank you. Ed Asner was also once our union president, y'all. This is Ann Tripp with the news. Hurricane Ida slammed into New Orleans yesterday, 16 years to the day that Hurricane Katrina arrived for its deadly visit. Katrina was a Category 5. Ida is a Category 4, brought with it catastrophic storm surges and hurricane-force sustained winds of 150 miles per hour. Ida's been downgraded to a tropical storm now. However, New Orleans Mayor LaToya Cantrell urges residents to stay hunkered down, at least for now.
We should see some signs that we're moving out of this, but you are not to come out until you receive more information from the city of New Orleans. Now is the time that we have been preparing for and even waiting for as it relates to Hurricane Ida.
One death is reported with, of course, lots of flooded out homes and businesses and downed power lines and trees. The Pentagon says that a U.S. drone strike destroyed an explosive-loaded ISIS-K vehicle before it could be used to carry out yet another attack on the Kabul airport. Earlier in the day, President Biden was in Delaware attending a dignified transfer ceremony of the bodies of the 13 American servicemen and women killed by that I-6 bomb attack last week and meeting with family members. Now, with the last official evacuation day scheduled for tomorrow, National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan tells CNN that the U.S. is taking every possible precaution.
All we can do is mitigate risk. We cannot eliminate it. And we are in a period of serious danger.
That's right. They say the fewer soldiers on the ground, the more risk that ISIS-K or someone else might try to attack our Americans as they leave. The State Department spokesman says, this is interesting, that about 250 Americans do want to leave the country, but that some 280 others are still undecided about leaving or even plan to stay. Then a whole lot of also of them are banging up against a lot of other would-be refugees and evacuees are banging up against the line with the border with Pakistan because they're trying to get into Pakistan if they can't get on a plane. Barring any serious changes, the U.S. plans to conclude its airlift operation and withdraw remaining American troops tomorrow, Tuesday, like I said. Here's the latest on the health of the Reverend Jesse Jackson and Miss Jacqueline Jackson, both recently diagnosed with COVID. The Reverend Jackson has been vaccinated. He was now moved to a rehab center, but Mrs. Jackson was not inoculated. She's in the intensive care unit at Northwestern Memorial Hospital. Her COVID symptoms are hanging on. The Jackson son asked for prayers. Now back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Come on, Tommy, introduce your president and CEO of Team Tommy. Let's go in there.
Let's go. We're going deep into the mind, ladies and gentlemen. Buckle up and hold on tight. We're about to take a ride deep into the mind of the one and only J. Anthony Brown.
Three things. It's the J-Spot Comedy Club. It's open. Go to my website, see who's there. I'll be in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina at the Asher Theater Labor Day weekend and Riddle's Comedy Club in Chicago, 11 and 12. Woo! Here we go. So last week we had Cheetah the monkey write a letter.
You wrote the note.
He wrote a letter to the white lady. Apparently she was visiting him at the zoo. The zoo people made them break up. She wrote the monkey a letter, and it didn't stop. He wrote her a letter. Now we have her letter, but here's the letter.
They were in a relationship.
It's ended. It's no more. It's over.
Okay.
I hate breakups, but go ahead.
Not like Kanye and his wife. This is over. They finished. She ain't walking across the field and nothing like that. So here's the letter he wrote to her. It's very touching. It starts off, "Dear white lady."
It starts off,
"Dear white lady, because you never wrote your name down on a piece of paper and held up to the glass, I don't know what your name is. So I will address you as dear white lady. But I would like to say you make me want to leave the one I'm start a new relationship.
Usher?
Usher. I'm about to say, is that Usher?
All my life, I prayed for someone like you.
That's KC and JoJo.
Yeah. I was looking forward to some sexual healing.
Marvin.
Talk on the monkey bars. Talk on the monkey bars amongst the other monkeys is, don't nobody kiss it like you, bang, 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 bang. Don't nobody kiss it like you.
Usher again.
He was an
He's
Usher
an Usher fan,
huh?
right?
Come on, monkey.
I was looking forward to licking you from your head to the toe, and then we was gonna move from the bed to the floor. But since I'm back with my B-A-B-Y mama, I guess I'll have to see you next lifetime.
Erica
Badu.
That's how you
And
finish.
Fantasia.
Although this is the end of our relationship, I'm going to leave the door open. How about that? That's it.
Silk Sonic, baby.
All right. Coming up in 34 minutes after the hour, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this ignorant show right here.
Jay is ignorant. Girl.
Yes.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, what is going on? We ask that question a lot around here. Yesterday was the 16th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina, and a powerful Category 4 Hurricane Ida made landfall in Louisiana. Well, Carla, you talk about hurricanes all the time because you've been involved in them, which renders you sort of an expert on the subject. On this show, you survived both Hurricane Katrina and Harvey. So what can you tell us about Hurricane Ida, and how can we help? How can we help our neighbors in Louisiana?
Hurricane Ida, Shirley, this is a very powerful storm, and it's bad. It's bad. It's up to possibly close to 1 million people without power right now, maybe over 800,000. That's a big number. Flash flooding, gusty winds, storm surges. It was a very, very powerful storm, and it's still powerful. It's heading up, towards Tennessee, towards Mississippi, towards Alabama. It's not over. And so at this point, we are asking for people to pray for people in the Gulf Coast and those that are affected by Hurricane Ida. But at the same time, we need you guys we got to help our neighbors. We can't just pray about it. We got to have some action with it as well. So go to redcross.org. You can make a donation. We know that FEMA.gov, we saw the president obviously declaring a state of emergency in various states that are affected by the storm. And so FEMA is on it if you need to see if you qualify for assistance. Some people are listening to us on power radios. Some people in the area listening for wall-to-wall coverage, getting instructions from their local authorities. But people are going to have to be in the house for at least probably till Wednesday. Shelter in place. That's what that means. Stay put until they can access and evaluate and see and get to you what the damage. This is unbelievable.
I know.
I just can't believe that 16 years later, another Category 4 storm. It was only 7 wind speed miles per hour from being a 5 when it hit.
Wow.
Yeah, it was powerful.
And looking at it, it looked like it was more than that. The way the wind was, blowing things out of the way.
Gusting,
And speaking of Hurricane Ida, did you all see Al Roker from NBC, the Today Show? He's 67 years old, okay? He got slammed by the wind, the rain, and the waves. He was reporting on Hurricane Ida.
Yes.
Yeah, he almost got knocked down.
I'm an Al Roker fan, but, when you have storms like that, I don't think he needs to be out there in that storm.
It's not wise
he really
to
doesn't.
Go
right, yeah.
Well, he wanted to go.
I know that's
he's
the
a
trouble.
weatherman. Yeah, he almost got knocked down. He did post on social media that he's okay, and it is part of his job. I mean, that's what he said. It's part of his job.
Well, you can see that from the window. That's just
to report it. You ain't got to be on the ground in it.
Matter of fact, Jay, this line will work. If you look outside.
So have you guys ever...
Be careful, y'all. Be careful. Y'all be careful with this.
Please
this
be careful. Seriously. This is a very serious situation we're dealing with right here. But have you ever said to someone at work, I'm not doing that, if they've asked you to do something that you thought was great? I'm not doing it.
I just quit a job to come here. Yes, I have said it. Yeah, I did.
What, Jay?
I'm not doing that.
You said recently.
I can't believe you hurt me like that, Shirley. You had to bring that up.
That's how you got to
work 5 days a week, Jay. I'm not doing that.
I did it in L.A. They wanted me to ride in a blimp, and I was just too scared. I was like, I ain't getting on a blimp. That's not happening. So, no.
You're not doing that assignment. Yeah,
Tommy, we want you to do a promotion and go up on the blimp. I'm not getting in no damn blimp. I'm not doing it.
Yeah. Junior?
Oh, I turn on a lot of jobs. Because I'm the youngest out of everybody. You won't believe stuff like kiss a dolphin. Not kissing a dolphin.
But
Not for
people
camera.
kiss dolphins.
No, but I'm black. When the last
A
time you
lot
seen
of
black people kissing dolphins? Black people
I've
kiss
seen
dolphins.
some. All right, well, all right. Coming up next, we got to get out of here. Nephew Tommy is here with the prank phone call for today right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today, and the subject is, my husband doesn't know his place. We'll get into that. Can you believe this one? My husband doesn't know his place. We'll get into that in just a little bit, but right now the nephew's in the building with today's prank phone call. What you got for us, Neff?
The sick and shut in.
Oh,
The sick.
like a church.
Yeah. You know, there's always been a church. You have the sick and shut in list. You know that's how we grew up. It was the sick and shut in list. Like on ours at my church, her name was Sister Eula Mae Steptoe, and she was always on. And I never ever seen her. She was just always on the list. Sister Eula Mae Steptoe, the sick and shut in list. So this is the prank is the sick and shut in. Get ready for it. Let's go, cat dog.
Hello?
I'm trying to reach Deacon.
You got him. Who is this?
Deacon, hey,
My God. How you doing today?
I'm doing. I ain't doing too good. You done been over here praying for my wife again, right?
Yeah, right. Yes, sir.
You done came over here 3 times in 1 week. My wife had already went through the operation and all that. She gonna be fine. I don't need you over here praying 3 times a week because honestly, I think it's something else on your mind when you come over here praying for my wife. I ain't stupid.
Brother, you kind of hold it, brother. This is well, your wife was on the sick and shut-in list. And Reverend asked me to come by. Reverend requested that I come by.
Okay, he ain't requested for you to bring your black to my house for no 3 times in 1 week, man. So you can cut that out with me. You can cut that out.
Hold it, brother. I came with Sister Georgia the first time. The second time, I came by myself because she wasn't able to come by. And I only stayed 15 minutes each time. So what's the problem?
Because I already know what you doing. I know you trying to holler at my wife. I ain't stupid.
Help at your wife? I have a wife. Why would I help at your wife? She's part of the church ministry. I already know what you doing, man. You up in here trying to holler at my wife. Why ain't nobody at the house? I already know what you doing. Let me tell you something. Keep your black away from my house. If you want to pray for my wife, you can pray for my wife on the phone. I'm gonna tell you right now. Wait a minute. Hold it. You can't talk to me like that. You're gonna
make me lay hands on you. That's what you're gonna make me do.
Oh, no, brother. Ain't gonna be none of that. Ain't gonna be none of that. You're talking to the wrong brother now. Okay? Now, first of all, you're not gonna disrespect me and curse me out. Okay? That's not even the way brothers should be talking to brothers. Second of all, if there's any laying on the hands, it's gonna be my hands laying on you. Okay.
You ain't finna lay. I know what you're trying to lay on my wife. See, if I find out you cheating and mess around, find out you mess around with my wife, it's gonna be some. I know what you're trying to do.
You're crazy.
I'm just letting you. I'm gonna say it one more time. Keep your black off around my house.
First of all, I told you once again, you can't be talking to me like that. Now, I'm trying to be cool about the situation because I know you may be just upset. Okay, I can appreciate that. Okay, I have a wife, and I'd be upset if somebody was coming by visiting my wife.
Won't you spend more time at your house with your wife?
I do spend my time with my wife. I do.
You know,
I don't spend much time. I only came by 2 or 3 times.
Maybe I need to come by your house and holler at your wife.
Well, you welcome to.
But maybe I need to come lay something over there on her.
Oh, now you're trying
to do with mine.
Hold it 1 minute. I told you before, you're being disrespectful. Now, that was a very idiotic statement for you to make. Okay?
That's what's going to happen if I catch your black at my house again. I'm going to play this, man, and then I'm getting off the phone with you. You, your pastor, any more of them deacons, if anybody come by my house again and I ain't there, I'm kicking your black. That's a promise.
You know what? That's it. Look here, brother. If there's going to be any whooping going on, I'm going to be kicking your I'm going to lay my hands on you, and I'm going to give you a good, sanctified whooping, and then I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray to heal you by this foot. I'm going to put up, okay? Because I've had it with you,
and I only went by to visit your wife because I was asked to go visit your wife. Now, there was a problem. You should have called the pastor. Okay, but you're not going to disrespect me, my wife, the church on the phone. Now, if you want to do something about it, you can meet me any place. Well, as a matter of fact, I can go anywhere I want in this town. If I be at your house talking to your wife, if the pastor asks me to go, I'm gonna be there. Okay? You're just a stupid brother. Okay? You need to come to church. You need to come to church. You need to come to church more often. That's the problem. You don't come to church more often. If you come to church more often, you wouldn't be talking to me like that. You wouldn't be worried about me and your wife because there must be something wrong at your house. You'd be worried about me fooling with your wife. Okay? So you need to check her. Okay, you need to check her. How about that? Why don't you do that? Why don't you just check her? Okay?
Tommy said you the one that's cheating with my wife. That's all I know.
Who? Tommy
said you the one that's cheating around with my wife.
Tommy, who is Tommy? Tommy who?
This is nephew Tommy, man. This is nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show, man. Your church member got me to prank phone call.
Y'all wrong for that. Y'all wrong. Y'all wrong. Y'all on the highway to hell. All of y'all. Non-stop. No, y'all just gone, Ain't no stop signs. I'm finna go. I'm finna pray for all of y'all, all of you brothers, nephew Tommy, Steve Harvey, brother wrong for that. Okay. I'm gonna check him. I'm finna check him. I'm finna go. I don't talk to y'all no more. I'm praying for all of y'all.
One more thing. Hey, brother, before you go, man, you gotta tell me, what's the baddest radio show in the land, man?
Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Come on,
I love it. I love when he said you need to come to church because you need to do that.
Thick and shut in.
You come to church more often. You won't be like that.
You ain't gonna keep coming over here. That's what you ain't finna do.
Yeah, you about as stupid.
Bring your black Yankee.
But you know what? What is amazing is how quick these Christians are to fight. They really, they all want to fight, man.
I know. My mom used to be so mad at Tommy. Why did he leave those church people alone?
I know. Upsetting.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to whoop your ass and then pray for you. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, that was crazy as usual.
There we go, baby.
Great.
September 24th and 25th, the nephew come to town. I will be in West Palm Beach at the Improv. Tickets are on sale right now. That's the 24th and 25th of September. Tickets on sale right now. Detroit, Michigan. Laying in the cut, October the 16th, the nephew coming to town. That's right. Got a full lineup. You already know who it is. My boy Rodney Perry, my girl Dominique. Oh my God, Tori. Who am I leaving out? I'm leaving out one more in there.
Tommy Davis.
Tommy Davidson. There you go. Legendary. All right. And hosted by yours truly, the nephew. So tickets are on sale right now. That is October. What I got laying in the cut? November laying in the cut. Jacksonville, Florida, and Dayton, Ohio. Dayton, that's the 20th of November. First time the nephew come to Dayton. Tickets on sale already. Jacksonville. That's 2 nights in Jacksonville. That's November 12th and 13th that the nephew will be in town. Yes. We back out there. Slanging them jokes real hard. So when y'all hear us coming to town, y'all get them tickets. When you hear J. Anthony coming, when you hear Kier Jr. Space coming, when you hear the ignorant one, nephew Tommy coming, get your tickets. Get them spaz, because we all that sold out. We finna add another. We can't do that due to COVID. We can't add all that. So get your ticket now.
Hey man. But Tommy, feel good to be back out there, don't it though?
Ooh, my God. I ain't never getting off stage. No more. Ever. Ever.
Well, I'm glad you guys are able to go out and hone your craft and make people laugh during this time right now, because we need laughter and healing. For sure. Yes. All right, nephew, thank you. Coming up next, my strawberry letter subject, my husband doesn't know his place. Well, we'll find out what's going on with this house right after this.
Yeah.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Before we get to the strawberry letter, guys, just a reminder, The fight for our right to vote continues. You know, we got a lot of things going on in the world right now. We can't forget about people are trying to stop us from voting, okay? People are trying to stop our right to vote, okay? Our democracy is under attack right now. We don't want that. So please join our forever First Lady, Michelle Obama, and Stacey Abrams. They have joined forces to protect our freedom to vote and demand that Congress pass the For the People Act and the John Lewis Voting Rights Act. And all we're asking is, are you in? Are you in? If you are, please go to whenweallvote.org to sign up to help. Do what you can do to protect our voting rights, your voting rights, okay?
I like that, Tommy. Right now.
Do it right now. Do it right now. It is whenweallvote.org. All right, switch gears here because it is time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter because we could be reading your letter live. You hear that? Live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now, and you never know, it could be yours.
Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is, the Strawberry Letter.
Here comes the crazy subject. My husband doesn't know his place. Dear Steve and Shirley, I've been married for 14 years, and I have to keep reminding my husband who's the boss. When we met, he was unemployed, and I hired him as a delivery driver. I managed a pizza place at the time, and after we started dating, I had to let him go because he was always late for work. Presently, I'm a regional manager for a fast food chain, and he's a waiter at a neighborhood restaurant. Our love has survived his shortcomings, and I've been very patient with him. Despite me providing a great life for him, he still doesn't know his place. He thinks he can go out whenever he pleases without discussing it with me first. He washes his clothes whenever he wants to, wasting water that he doesn't pay for. He's inconsiderate and will bring food home for himself without seeing if I have already eaten. All I ask for is his respect and peace of mind that he's appreciative of all I do for him. Last Sunday, I took a nap and he had a friend over and they were playing the video game in the den and it woke me up. He got upset when I asked his friend to leave and got up in my face. I locked myself in the bedroom because I had never seen him so upset. The next day, he had to be sweet to me because he needed me to help him pay his child support for his 16-year-old son. He knows how to win me over by loving on me for hours and hours and then running me some hot bath water. That gets me every time. But then a few days later, he gets rebellious again. I scanned his phone bill the other day and there was a strange number on it, so I asked him about it. He says it was a number to a psychic. I told him I see the future and it's not with me if he can't learn to stay in his place. Is that too much to ask? What?
Wow.
Are you freaking kidding me, lady? This is just not right, okay? This is a crazy relationship you have going on here. I just can't believe my eyes, what I just read in this letter. I think it's beyond ridiculous. I don't know if you realize this, but your husband is not a little boy. He's not a pet or something. You may be the one in charge of the money, but your attitude, lady, is really out of control. I mean, you have the most money in the marriage. Okay, great. That doesn't give you the right to strip him of his dignity and talk to him all crazy and stuff. Know his place and you have to remind him who's the boss and all of this craziness. Come on, that's not what a wife does. You treat him like a child. Your husband doesn't do what you tell him because he's sick of you and he doesn't like you. You're telling him to stay in his place and everything. I mean, what is that, really? He's not your servant and you're not his drill sergeant or anything like that. So stop talking to him and treating him like that. Repeat after me, okay? Because I know you're listening. He's my husband, not my child. He's my husband, not my child. And he's not my little pet, my little doggy. Stop that, okay? Tommy?
There's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
And I don't like you a lot, okay? I don't. I don't like you a lot. It's something wrong with you. You talk, you know what? I got no jokes for you. I'm just going to be real. You talk down to your husband. You treat him like he is your son or one of your kids. This is terrible. And basically, this is all about you. I got the power. I got the control. I make the money. I do this. I do that. Okay, cool. But is there a respect level somewhere for your husband? Now, I'm not saying your husband has not done some trifling things, because I think he has done some things trifling. But I think you've gone well overboard beyond that because of the way you treat him. And for you to just disrespect him in front of his boy while he's at the house, come on. He a grown man. How you going to treat this man like this? Surely y'all got to be able to sit down and say, okay, let's work this out. How we going to treat each other? How you going to treat me? What I expect from you? What you expect from me? But the way you talking to this man, you act like you own, like he's a piece of property of yours. Just, come on, lady, you got to respect your husband. He should still be the man of this house. You are the man, the woman, and everything else. I'm done.
My man.
I wouldn't be married to you. I don't like you a lot. I don't. I really don't. I'm sorry.
I have to keep reminding my husband who's the boss. What?
I'll tell you what, if I run your water, it's going to be some super hot ass bath water. I tell you that you're not going to enjoy this bath water I run for your ass.
But what about this line? He washes his clothes whenever he wants to, wasting water that he doesn't pay for. When else do you wash your clothes if you don't wash them when you want to?
We talking about water?
Come on. You got to ask her to wash your clothes, to do the laundry? This is craziness. All right.
I know your drawers ain't in that dryer. I know your drawers ain't in that dryer.
I know you ain't drying that dryer.
We'll have part 2 of the Strawberry Letter coming up in 23 minutes after the hour. We got to hear from Jay and Junior as well. Subject, my husband doesn't know his place. We'll come back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, we're going to recap today's Strawberry Letter. The subject, my husband doesn't know his place. A woman wrote in. She's been married to her husband. Well, I guess you could call him her husband for 14 years. And she says she has to keep reminding him who's the boss. She makes the money, so she feels like she can talk to him and treat him any old kind of way. She manages a pizza place when they met, and they started dating. Then she had to let him go because he was always late for work. Now she's a regional manager for a fast food chain. He's a waiter at a neighborhood restaurant. She said, our love has survived his shortcomings, and she's been very patient with him. She's provided a great life for him, but he still doesn't know his place. He thinks he can go out whenever he pleases without discussing it with her. He washes his clothes whenever he wants to, with water he doesn't pay for. Just on and on and on and on and on. He had a friend over. They were playing video games. He got upset when she asked his friend to leave because she was sleeping. She locked herself in the bedroom, and she's never seen him that upset. But the next day he was sweet, and he made love to her for hours and ran her bath water. But, yeah. Yeah, he said he's been talking to a psychic when she scanned his phone. He said, she sees the future, but is not with him, and because he can't learn to stay in his place. And she wants to know, is that too much to ask? So what you got? What you got, Jay?
Look, this lady is absolutely right. Absolutely right.
What?
I'm with this lady 100. Yes, the reason he acts out of place is because his ass need to be in his own damn place, okay? You need to find him a place, move a little bit of stuff, because I know he ain't got a lot. What little bit of stuff he got, and have that song playing to the left, everything you own is in a box to the left. He's your key partner, and you can't run nothing if you ain't bringing nothing in the house. Now that works for women. The man can if you're a man and you ain't bringing nothing in and you trying to be equal and she paying you, dude, if you don't get your ass out this house, lady, if you don't put this fool out your damn, look, I don't know where you live, but I'll drive the truck. I'll come over there, and I'm sure we don't need a big truck because it don't sound like he got a lot. He got a little bit of clothes, and he got one damn friend. So what you need to do is call that one damn friend and say, man, come over here and get his stuff and put his non-working, non-contributing to the house ass out of your place. ASAP, okay? ASAP. He got to go. He's sitting there trying to be equal to you, and you ain't, and you paying his child support payments, and he got nerve to huff up.
She helped him. He does have a job.
If you don't get your tiny check ass up out my house.
Not tiny check.
Go ahead.
Come on, Junior, what you got? My husband doesn't know his place.
First of all, let me start saying, I respect everybody that work. Okay? Just want to put that disclaimer out there, because what I'm about to say next probably going to throw people, but I don't care what job you have. If you working, you should have a voice. Not knocking it at all. Care where you work at, you can have a high-paying job. If you getting a check for what you doing and it's legal and you ain't hurting nobody, you should have a voice. Now, this letter, what we talking about really, $12 an hour versus $15 an hour. That's really what we want to talk about. Okay. I'm the manager at the pizza place. Now I'm the manager at a fast food. $12 an hour versus $15. In other words, we talk about $480 versus $600. 40 hours a week. $480 versus $600. $1,900 a week versus $2,400. The numbers is too close to be talking to me like this.
Right.
The numbers is too. I'm bringing in something. I might not make it what you make it, but my check is contributing.
Right. Forget what
we talking about $23,000 a year versus $28,000. You can't talk to me and you really disrespect me and you $5,000 a year more than me. Oh, hold on. We right here in the same hole. You ain't got that much conversation. We talking about $5,000. And I got to watch how I wash my clothes? What is you doing more than me? You hired me and fired me. Cool, I left your job. We ain't got another job because I work in the neighborhood.
Right.
Now, I'm going to jump in your face for $5,000 if my friend over here, and you told him to leave, we playing video games. You ain't $20,000 over me, you $5,000. Let the company have a setback, I can be in front.
Why you talking, huh?
Why you talking? This is not enough money for us to be arguing. Okay, I make 12, you make 15. Oh my God, we got bills, but I gotta watch how I wash my clothes. I'm washing too much. And then on top of that, I go too many places when I want to. I work too. Respect the 12.
Put some spec on it.
Put some spec on the 12, Carla.
I love it, Junior.
That's all I'm saying. He got it right.
Yeah, that's right. All right, thank you guys.
I love it.
Post your comments on today's Strawberry Letter at steveharveyfm.com and on Instagram and Facebook. And check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Now, coming up at 46 minutes after the hour, Sports Talk with you-know-who, Junior, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, time now for Junior in Sports Talk. What you got, Junior?
We talking about 51,800. What we doing? Sports.
Yeah, we're not on the Strawberry Letter.
Okay, we ain't Strawberry. Okay, I'm sorry. I was about to say, we talking about 51,000 together. Sorry.
Moving on, Junior.
Moving on. I'm sorry, Carla. I just had to get it off my chest because I would really always because you can't talk to me like this. But in sports, I can't believe it's happening. Man, please tell me Max Kellerman's not leaving First Take.
No.
Did y'all hear this, man?
Yeah, I heard
What
it.
happened?
That's the time.
Like, he's still going to have his radio show on ESPN, satellite show on radio. Right. But he's going to be off TV, man. I like Max Kellerman, man. I didn't even know why they splitting this up.
Right.
You know, like, they looking at replacements like Michael Wilbon, which is a great choice.
They not getting along? What's the reason?
Dog, I don't even know. They didn't give a reason.
Who is
I mean,
Stephen
like,
A?
Stephen A. and Max Kellerman. I wouldn't say they're not getting along. I don't know. But they were looking at Magic Johnson replacing Max Kellerman. That's what Stephen A. would like. Or Michael Wilbon. So, you know, either one of these two choices, you know.
Magic Johnson every day?
He ain't coming to work every day like that.
No, man.
When you got $1 billion, I'm not going
to. He got to go by. He got to go by Starbucks. He got to go by Fat Burger.
It's gonna be a long time for Dodgers,
the game.
The game. He got to be a game. Yeah, he got a lot, man. But I just hate to see them two breaking up because, man, that is part of like, if you a sports fan, that's part of your daily routine. What they talking about on First Takes?
And I like the controversy, the back and forth. That's what does it.
That's what gets you.
The agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree, man. Yeah. I just, man, Max Kellerman, I got all love for you, man. I respect Max Kellerman because he does have great points. And him and Stephen A, they work well together. You know, and then also 2 weeks later.
Evidently not.
Well, I'm just saying, their chemistry works for TV.
The chemistry, yeah.
It works for TV.
Well, I mean, but you're not saying there's something going on between them that's making you leave.
No,
you're not making that statement.
I'm not making that. But I'm just saying the fact that this news come out like they're so much of a part of sports. Mm-hmm. Like, what happened? You know, like why would he be leaving? You know, like I don't know. But he did say he's gonna keep his radio show though, because I listen to him on in my car on satellite radio, on ESPN radio in the car. I do listen to Max Kellerman's show. He's gonna keep that. Just don't know. Just don't even know.
You gonna be all right, Junior? Because
I'm not gonna make it, Carla. I'm not.
I see.
Between the strawberry letter and this, I can't do this.
Back to back.
Not back to back. No, I'm done.
Find out what happened, Junior.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on story. When I find out something more, I'll let everybody know. But that's like breaking news. That's breaking news right now. Not Max,
all right, Junior. Thank you.
Max.
You're gonna be all right. Coming up at the top of the hour, Comedy Roulette with the fellas. Right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Time now for Comedy Roulette. Jay, please set it up.
Oh, it's so simple. You take 3 subjects, put them on a wheel, spun the wheel, where it stopped. Because we're comedians on the road, we'll make it funny. Watch us do it. Watch what we do.
Very funny comedians, too.
I know.
All right. Today's categories are mean things that stepdads say to stepkids when their moms are not in the room. Oh, this one's interesting. Things people say that swear they don't watch porn.
Let's do that one.
I like that
and then things people say when their team doesn't do well in preseason. Okay?
Oh, those are good. Oh,
got it, guys?
Okay. Yeah.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, how about
Here we go. Let's spin the wheel. Oh. Mean things stepdads say to stepkids when their moms are not in the room.
All right, Comedy Roulette. Mean things stepdads say to stepkids when the mom is not around. Mm-hmm. When you shut your eyes, just know I'm going to be butt naked in the room with your mama. How about that?
Yeah.
I have a
scary. I don't want my stepdad to feel like I'm saying this about him, but I just know mean things stepdads say to kids when their mom not in the room. Well, your real daddy ain't here now, is he?
Checkmate.
Right. Mean things stepdaddy say when nobody else is in the room. You look just like your ugly ass daddy. You look just like
Mean things stepdads say to kids when the mom ain't around. You know, don't say nothing if your puppy come up missing, okay?
Take the dog.
That is mean. That is mean.
Mean things stepdads say to kids when they mama not around. You know, rent due today. It's due today.
Mean things stepdads say when the mother's not around. You can't eat nothing out that refrigerator till your daddy child support get here. You hear me? Yeah. You heard what I said.
Ooh, that's mean.
Mean things stepdads say to stepkids when the mom ain't around. I guess your mom never told you I just got out of jail, did she? She never told you that.
I'm scared of baby.
Oh, my God. Mean things stepdads say to kids when they mom not around. Give me that remote.
All right, here we go. All right. Mean things stepdads say when the mother's not around. You know what the problem with you wrong with you young mother is?
Oh, come on, baby boy.
Two different type of in this world. With guns and with butter.
Wait,
what happened?
Baby boy.
You saw baby boy. I hate you, Joey.
Oh, my God.
Mean things.
Oh, my God.
Mean things stepdads say to stepkids when the mom's not in the room. When you go to sleep, I would lock that door. I definitely would lock that damn door, boy.
Mean things stepdads say to kids when they mama not around. Get your ass out the refrigerator.
Y'all wrong for this.
Oh, no, they say it.
Oh, mean things the stepdads say that when the mother's not around. I got that mailbox fixed. Better not catch you messing around with it.
What is that? I'm scared.
I know, right?
Mean things stepdad say stepkid when the mom is not around. You know, you won't look too good at school with one eye. You really won't.
They know.
All right. Thanks, guys. More of today's trending stories and more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show at 20 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so guys, our two favorite viral videos from this past weekend were internet sensation Andrew Caldwell, were your mask. Were
Yes.
your
Oh,
mask.
yeah.
Worry, man.
I think we got a little bit of it, Shirley.
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Your mask. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. On that mask. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. On that mask. It is very important. On that mask. On that mask. On that mask. It is very important. And stop lying, telling people you vaccinated, and you know dang on well you ain't vaccinated. You over trying to get people sick. Trying to get people sick. You over trying to get people sick. People sick. People sick. You over trying to get people sick. Trying to get people sick. You over trying to get people sick. People sick. People sick. Word your mask. On that mask.
That's good twerking music right there,
I
yeah.
tell you right now. What I
Twerk with a mask on.
Wear your mask.
It's very important. He said that.
Important.
Okay, spell word for me.
And he said
There you are.
vaccinated. And stop telling people you've been vaccinated and you know you ain't been vaccinated.
Right.
Jay, I've heard it's number 1 in Florida and Texas.
W-R-R.
Word.
All right, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up at 33 minutes after, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, what is going on? We ask that question a lot around here. Yesterday was the 16th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina, and a powerful Category 4 Hurricane Ida made landfall in Louisiana. Well, Carla, you talk about hurricanes all the time because you've been involved in them, which renders you sort of an expert on the subject. On this show, you survived both Hurricane Katrina and Harvey. So what can you tell us about Hurricane Ida, and how can we help? How can we help our neighbors in Louisiana?
Hurricane Ida, Shirley, this is a very powerful storm, and it's bad. It's up to close to 1 million people without power right now, maybe over 800,000. Flash flooding, gusty winds, storm surges. It was a very, very powerful storm, and it's still powerful. It's heading up, towards Tennessee, towards Mississippi, towards Alabama. It's not over. At this point, we are asking for people to pray for people in the Gulf Coast, Hurricane Ida, but at the same time, we got to help our neighbors. We can't just pray about it. We got to have some action with it as well. So go to redcross.org. respeck.org. You can make a donation. We know that FEMA.gov, we saw the president obviously declaring a state of emergency in various states that are affected by the storm. And so FEMA is on it if you need to see if you qualify for assistance. Just can't believe that 16 years later, another category of 4 storm. It was only 7 wind speed miles per hour from being a 5 when it hit.
Wow.
Yeah, it was powerful.
And looking at it, it looked like it was more than that. The way the wind was, blowing things out of the way.
Gusting,
And speaking of Hurricane Ida, did you all see Al Roker from NBC, the Today Show? He's 67 years old, okay? He got slammed by the wind, the rain, and the waves. He was reporting on Hurricane Ida.
Yes.
Yeah, he almost got knocked down.
I'm an Al Roker fan, but, when you have storms like that, I don't think he needs to be out there in that storm.
It's not wise
he really
to
does
go
it,
there.
right? Yeah.
Well, he wanted to go.
I know that's
He's
the
a
trouble.
weatherman. Yeah, he almost got knocked down. He did post on social media that he's okay, and it is part of his job. I mean, that's what he said. It's part of his job.
Well, you can see that from the window.
To report it. You ain't got to be on the ground, in it.
Matter of fact, Jay, this line will work. If you look outside.
So have you guys ever...
Be careful, y'all. Be careful. Y'all be careful with this.
Please
this
be
is nothing
careful.
to play
Seriously,
with.
this is a very serious situation we're dealing with right here. Coming up, it is our last break of the day.
That's right, Monday. Ha ha, in your face.
Okay.
Why y'all treat Monday so bad?
Oh, we started off giving it mad respect, and now look at us. All right, and coming up at 49 minutes after, we'll close out the show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, so before we get to our last topic of the day, just a reminder to please help our friends and neighbors impacted by Hurricane Ida. We're asking that you go to redcross.org, redcross.org to make a donation. And if you were impacted, go to FEMA.gov, FEMA, FEMA.gov, to see if you qualify for assistance, okay?
Yes, please
And
do.
we're praying for you. We really
are. 16 years after Hurricane Katrina, here we are. Hurricane Ida, unbelievable. Category 4. Hit the state of Louisiana on Sunday. I have to give a shout out. I had an aunt that she came and stayed with me on Saturday. She was in a car for over 12 hours trying to just sitting
I know
in
some
traffic.
people did 16 from New Orleans to Houston, 16 hours. That's how backed up I-10 was.
Yeah, the I-10 corridor going west. Absolutely. So, yeah, she stayed with me, and then she went to stay with us and stay with her son who lives in San Antonio. So she, was able to get out and evacuate. Yeah. My brother-in-law, my husband's little brother is there and got hit. He had to work and some damage done to his home. So, again, pray for our neighbors, pray for our friends in New Orleans, but do what you can, y'all. Give back because New Orleans it's an important city. It's a big port there. And when that city is in trouble, it affects all of us. It affects the country.
And while you're praying, don't forget Haiti. Haiti still needs prayer.
That's right. That's right.
They're having a concert in L.A., Cedric the Entertainer and a bunch of other comedians, to raise money for Haiti. So
that's still ongoing. We need you all to help everywhere. We got to help join each other, mankind, and help each other.
That's right. We're going through so much right now. We really are. Yeah. All right.
It felt good to see a real president addressing the issue, bro.
And accepting responsibility
and knew what he was
when you
talking
do something wrong. Right.
Right there at FEMA headquarters. Right there.
Yes.
Right there.
Yeah.
On spot.
Wasn't throwing paper towels.
Right. Compassion, empathy.
And the people in Afghanistan, too. We hope that they get out, the ones that are trying to get
Oh,
out.
my God, yes. Oh. It's so much going on. It's just so much.
Going on. Thank you to our servicemen, the Marines, and the Army,
troops,
and
baby.
For the
Navy,
hard
the
work
troops.
and
that's right.
putting your lives on the line. Every single, All right. Well, you mentioned the president. He is trending right now for falling asleep during a meeting with Israel's Prime Minister Naftali Bennett. However, reports are debunking those rumors and saying that the president did not fall asleep. While everyone had their attention on his eyes, many failed to notice that the president's fingers were continually in motion. And so here's the question for us, the guys. Have you guys ever fallen asleep during a meeting at work?
I done fell asleep on this radio.
We all know the answer to that.
On the mic.
First day I worked, I went to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, your first day?
What? I didn't know y'all start this early.
Well, sleep sneaks up on you. You know, sleep will get you when you ain't ready for sleep. It's gonna get you, and he's been a busy man, so he needs.
And y'all ain't never been president before. You don't know what kind of stress this is. That's a lot of stress.
But my point is, it doesn't matter if you're president or not. We all done fell asleep at work.
Hey, we just got rid of a guy who was asleep for 4 damn years. So hey,
the whole time at the wheel.
That's it, man.
Have y'all fell asleep and somebody asked you a question and you just gave an answer that had nothing to do with the question? You just wake up like, yeah.
Sometimes you don't take a nap; the nap takes you. You're right.
Right. And don't let it be a presentation. I did a presentation with Steve one time with the lights. I had to turn it off to show a graph. He was like, "Oh, you done it now." You turn the lights off.
He was asleep.
Yes.
I was on the phone the other night. This has nothing to do with work, but it just reminded me. I was on the phone the other night talking to my girlfriend Debbie, and all of a sudden she said, "What was that noise?" And I said, "Oh, that's a bear. That was a bear. There's a bear in the room."
You was snoring.
My butt completely off. I heard it. It woke me up. It was like something like that. She was
when you throw your head back, the head goes back, and that's the worst one.
But you can hear yourself sometimes. You're like, "Is that me? That was me."
I was like, that had to be a bear. No, that was a bear.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Or you wake up and somebody's looking at you, and then you ask that stupid question: "Was I asleep?"
Yes. That's it, Jay. Was I asleep? And Shirley sleep talks. She talks in her sleep. And so she's having full-blown conversations, and you just looking at her, and you just want to elbow her. What are you doing? Who are you talking to? Get up, girl.
Talking to.
So how many church services have y'all fell asleep in?
Boy.
God. How many times you got hit in the ribs from going to sleep? Man.
Yeah.
I've never fallen asleep at church. Plenty of
You
movies,
never,
though.
Shirley, you can't be this proper.
No, but plenty of movies, though.
Oh,
yeah,
movies.
fall asleep at the movies.
Yeah,
Church
at the
too,
movies.
though. Church.
Well, sometimes you're at home and you don't watch the movie watch you, right?
Yeah.
What about school? Falling asleep in class.
Brown.
Yes.
God, oh my
Head
God.
off the desk, Brown.
Brown. What was it, Jay? What was it?
Head off the desk, Brown.
They called you Brown.
If
Thomas
you say social
Miles.
studies.
What is it, Tommy?
Thomas Miles, you're not going to pass at all. At all.
Of course, our most famous sleep story was when Steve fell asleep in Vegas that time with the client on the air with the microphone in his hand, and it fell out.
So embarrassing.
Fell out of his hand. Yes.
So y'all gonna get off our president because we all do it.
We all do it.
All right, Jay, take us home.
All right, everybody. We're going to wake you up tomorrow morning bright and early.
Tomorrow.
Thank you. For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.